Hi, welcome to our truly fall edition of Best Friends. Thanks for joining us today. We have a lot of animals to talk to you about, and we're starting with the doves because we're in the cat room and the cats make them a little nervous. Wonder why that is. And so we thought we would let them meet you, and then we would move them back out to their normal place under their sun lamp. This is a little female dove that came to us from a situation that was less than the best, and she's had several baths already, but whoever adopts her will have to be aware of that. Her wings are perfectly functional. It just has to do with the way I'm holding her right now. The thing about this little girl is that she only has one leg, and so her cage needs to be set up with very low perches, and she prefers eating from a dish on the floor, although most doves do anyway. Doves are one of the only birds that require grit. They have to be able to pick that up, and it stores in their crop so they can grind seed. And so often people around here will see pigeons and doves pecking in their driveway, and that usually is what they're about. This one is a lovely little thing. The females don't coo like the males do, and these two kind of get along very well together. Her friend is a little brown guy, definitely a dove. Careful. Yeah, there we go. And she makes it around her cage very well, but you can tell by her tail feathers what she was in caused her to drag her tail a lot, and that kind of messed them up. So setting up a cage for a bird that has a limitation like this is pretty important. You have to pay attention to what you're doing. And she has to have plenty of room for her tail. Any bird gets really annoyed if their tail feathers brush continually on the bottom or the wire, because it's annoying. I mean, it would be like something impeding your fingers all the time, or brushing against your eyelashes or something, because those the feathers do have some sensory capability at their base. That's probably more than you wanted to know about doves, huh? Oh well, I'm no dove expert. It's just that I care about where they go. So anyway, we'll go on and talk about some of our other wonderful animals that are here today. We have guinea pigs and rabbits and a rat and a mouse or two that I'm sure will keep the cats well focused for you. And so our doves can go back to their sun lamp now, which they really like. In Washington, sunshine's pretty scarce during the winter, and they really appreciate the heat and light. This is Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown's a neutered male. He is a cage redecorator. That's kind of a nice way of saying he's a bit of a pig. No matter what you do with his cage or how you set it up for him, he rearranges the entire thing by the time you can get back. So it doesn't take him very long either. So even if you give him toys, it's not as good as redecorating. He just really likes things the way he likes things. He was brought back to us because the other cat in the household didn't like him, which I suppose is a cat's prerogative, but he's a nice guy. As you can see, he's really very pretty. Has a terrific easy care coat. It's a beautiful brown tabby and white bicolor with a very distinctive little heart shape on his back. And he's not all that crazy about rodents, because, you know, we have a rat down at the end of the counter and most of the cats just focus on it right away, but not Charlie Brown. I think he's a little bit afraid of the rat. A true Charlie Brown. Yes, you're very cute. You have very nice eyes, my friend. There. Oh, now everything's getting better. He's decided that the camera isn't going to eat him and that the rat can't get out. All is good. This is one of our kittens with a story. This was a litter that came from the Nisqually Wildlife Refuge. I don't know if you can hear the purr, but oh my goodness, it's vibrating my whole hand. This little darling, well, his sister had gotten a fish hook stuck in her face right here, and so of course we named her Hooker, and this one didn't come by as colorful a name, but he really has a great hairdo here and loves his bed. He's left alone now since his sister was adopted along with the other kittens in the litter, and so he really needs a home, and I think he looks just about pathetic enough that he might have one within the next hour or so. Oh, adorable. You know, as hard as we fight to prevent more kittens being conceived and brought into the world when we have so many cats already, they are the cutest creatures. And how can you resist a little face like that? The deal is, it'll grow up and it'll look just like the adult cats, because that's what it'll be. And so we need to make sure that all those kitties out there are spayed and neutered, because the best part of his life as a companion is really yet to come for some very lucky person. This is Velvet. Bet she shows up really well against that backdrop. Velvet came to us in March, a long time ago, with a litter of one-day-old babies, and all of the babies have since been adopted, and now Mom needs a home. She loves attention, loves to be snuggled, and she has a coat that is pretty much like her name, Velvet. She's very focused on the rat at the end of the counter, which probably is a scary thing for the rat, although he's looking right at us, so whoops, there he goes into his house. Ha ha. But Velvet is, you remember what Charlie Brown did? He moved back. Nope, this one is going to be a mouser. She's not a bit afraid. She really would like to get over there. I suspect that she's going to be a very stable, kind of chubby cat. She's very cobby, has a lovely, thick, muscular build, but very solid. This beautiful, medium-haired guy is brown tabby, very clear tabby too. Look at the striping, and white bicolor, and he is just strikingly marked. You see the paws, and this is the marking that goes over his back is a shawl, and then he has two distinct white spots on his back, and then another circle right in the middle of the shawl. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that before, but he is a pretty boy. He isn't neutered, but of course neutering is simply a part of the adoption process here. So that's that's no big deal. And actually, if you know someone who needs to have their cat or dog spayed or neutered, we do have a couple of grants, one from the Humane Society and one from SNAP, that would help with that process. And if you have money that you want to donate, then donating to those programs is a very good thing to do. It's certainly money well spent for the animals in Thurston County. You can get more information by calling us, and we'd be happy to provide that to you. Quite a number of vets that work on both of those grants in Thurston County, but it is for Thurston County residents only. This is also a little male who is our Indiana Jones of the cat room right now. He's the grand explorer. If you open the cage, he comes rocketing out and runs into the front office, just looking. Not, it isn't that he's eager to leave you. It's just that he wants to go see what's on the other side, and that's sometimes that's a trait that stays with a cat for a lifetime. So you would want to make sure that he had a good clear perimeter that he knew to stay inside of, because he's going to be out of it, trust me. A fenced yard for a cat can be a very important thing because it represents safety. They'll go over the top, yes, but they also know that they can come back in, and that's important. A fenced yard that has a device at the top to keep them in is an even better idea. But because not every cat in danger manages to make it back to their place of safety. So being an outdoor cat is pretty much a challenge, but there are families that have enough comfort level with it and where they live that their cats manage it well. One of the reasons we really don't like to see cats declawed, aside from the obvious injury to the cat, is that the safety factor is enormously decreased for a cat that happens to get outside by mistake. And that does happen, you know. Life isn't always what we want it to be. And the thing with claws is that it can take a cat up a tree pretty quickly, and without claws that isn't as certain an outcome. So they're defensive as well as offensive. So this is the week of the brown tabby bicolor, apparently. We have quite a few right now. This one is also a beautiful cat, has a great coat, very, would you come back? Thanks. It's a very shiny, healthy, easy care coat. People often look for short-haired cats because they think they're less likely to shed. It's not true. They shed just like a medium-hair cat would, but the thing is the hair is shorter, so there is less of it. This guy is really into toys, loves them. He got this toy about 10 minutes ago, and it's already in pieces, and that's the only piece remaining. He's dumped all the catnip out of it too, which I'm sure was the object. Anyway, he's a beautiful boy, also a male, and would make a terrific cat, I think, in a family, even with little kids. This one is he's a pretty stable guy, very handsome. Okay, so we have yet again a little brown tabby and white bicolor. What is this, the fourth one today? Probably has the lovely little brick colored nose. Yes, I know, but I need you over here where the camera can see you. And again, this one is a different kind of tabby. This is an agouti. See the white tipping on his fur? And just, again, a delightful cat. Looks like a polydactyl as well. If not, he certainly has an odd separation between that claw and the next, but I'm pretty sure that's polydactyl. He's got an extra toe. Everybody needs an extra toe, right? What it gives him is an opposable thumb, so watch out for your cabinets and doors because cats can use them. I have an orange tabby at home that has opposable thumbs, and he learned long ago that he can actually grab the window screens and lift up and move them out. So we have to have special screens that he can't move, and child-proof latches on the cabinets too, because he knows how to open those. Although I'm not sure that the opposable thumb was necessary for that little procedure. Anyway, beautiful kitten. This one is about 5 months old, and just a sweet, sweet guy. Again, this one would probably do fairly well in a home with young kids. Very curious. Has a good sense of humor, and he's purring through all of it. This is a male bunny. This one is a Rex. Has that absolutely distinctive head shape, and the fur is amazing. This is just pure pleasure to sink your fingers in that gorgeous coat. What a lucky bunny to be wearing it. My goodness. We place a lot of bunnies here. While we don't spay or neuter them before they leave, but we do have veterinarians who work with us on spaying and neutering, and they can do that at a reduced price for anybody who adopts the bunny. So we do keep prices low in case, if and when, and we frequently do have adopters who want to make sure that happens for their rabbit, because they do, after all, breed like bunnies. And where one bunny is a wonderful pet, if you have two, then you're likely to have more if you don't have at least one of them spayed or neutered. And as ever, usually opposite sex animals get along a little bit better in a household than the ones that are same sex. It's not as much competition. Okay, sweet thing, you ready to go back to your house? Stick with us, and we'll take you over to meet some dogs now. Our garden is still really comfortable because it has a roof over it these days, and so I'll enjoy getting to play with the dogs while you visit with us. Well, thanks for sticking with us and joining us in the dog adoption area. This is Big Boy. This is one of the softest, kindest dogs you're ever going to meet. He's a baby. He's about 10 months old. I don't know if he's going to do any more growing or not and grow into that name Big Boy. That needs to change. Yes, because that's not always who you'll be. No, he's half boxer and half lab, and all adorable. Beautiful, easy care coat that just shines like someone lit up a light bulb inside. It's so healthy, pretty. And he has lovely kind of goldy brown eyes that stand out against that coat. But I think the thing that stands out most about this dog is his heart. He is just the sweetest thing. Don't know how he does with cats or with cats or even with other dogs, but I suspect the other dog thing is okay. you'd want to check him around cats, but he's still quite young, and I think that that can be dealt with. We never encourage anyone to take a dog home and leave it alone with your cat. That would not be a good idea, and even the softest dog can be cat aggressive. So bearing that in mind, I would make sure that that's something that you do if you are a cat-owning family. Big Boy's family was deployed, and they were unable to take him with them. And oh, look at that. His ears are even great. This is a perfect ear for a toddler to chew on. What do you think about that? Well, I don't know. Not real eager to have somebody chew on my ear, but I'd probably tolerate it. He is just kind of glued to me here. And that's only with petting him. I haven't even offered him food. Just a nice, nice dog. Great family dog. He could be whatever you need him to be. He would be a jogging companion or a family pet, and he'd be happy about it, wouldn't you? Yes, he would. This is Big Boy's sister. He came in with her last night, and she is just as affectionate and loving as he is. A little more active, and you can tell by her coat that she has the boxer and lab in there. We're thinking probably she's got some pointer. You don't see that kind of spotting just randomly, and so probably there's a genetic reason for it. Never seen it in either of the other things that they say she is. But she's a little more on the active side. I think this one might flatten small children, so if you have older kids, this would probably be a great dog. Like her brother, well, he's already neutered. She is already spayed and chipped and ready to go into a new home. Being somewhat familiar with pointers, I would really recommend an excellent fence. Because they do tend to be a little bird-brained, and they will follow whatever seems to be flying overhead. She's even looking up like that's a good possibility. Think something's going to fly over there? That could happen, huh? Yeah, right. I know. You are adorable. My goodness, there's a lucky family out there somewhere waiting for you. Yes. This is a Chihuahua and something, we think, probably rat terrier or something active and questing. It is a little neutered male, probably about 4 years old. The way he's colored makes him look like an old man, but he isn't one really. His teeth are in great shape. You don't want this dog around young children, so we're saying 10 is probably the lower median age. And then we also would not recommend this dog around cats, or for that matter, any small animals, including parrots or something like that. That could be a disaster. These guys are small, but they think of themselves as hunters, and definitely you don't want that happening. Huge amount of energy, has got to have a fenced yard, because he will go over anything that's like 4 foot. You need a minimum of 5 with smooth side turned in so that they can't get a purchase. You may even have to make some other special arrangements because he bounces. Yes, like a little spring. Yeah. This is Oscar. We know Oscar. Oscar came from us in August as a very slender, svelte dog. He came back as a Shetland pony. Oh my goodness. We think Oscar probably has some German Shepherd in there too. Oscar is fortunately very, very affectionate. Oscar needs to go to puppy training because he can take just about any owner out there for quite a ride. And he needs to learn that that's not a good thing to do. See, he's very food driven, and that's a good thing. He's really just a puppy. He's only maybe a little over a year old, and just as handsome as he can be. He needs a jogging partner, and he needs somebody who is fairly strong. That would be a great thing in a home. I know, Oscar. Yes, he's talking to Heather. He loves Heather. This is Stud. Stud is 3 months old. I think they were being way optimistic. Anyway, he's a Chihuahua Dachshund mix, and I don't think he really needs delusions of grandeur because he's already got them. At 3 months old, he is going to be larger than he is right now. He is going to take a family that is okay with a high voltage dog, because this one is. I think he's going to fit pretty well in just about any family, but training, you know, people don't get training for little dogs because they're little dogs. I mean, how much damage can they do? You know, they can do a lot to themselves and to other people who aren't expecting them to be unsocialized. So, yeah, this dog needs training. And he needs to be treated like a big dog, even though he's a little dog. And the family that has him then is going to be glad that they have this companion, because he will live a very long time. It's kind of odd that in the wild, large animals live a much longer lifespan, like whales and elephants, but in the dog world, the little guys live longest and the big ones don't. And so this one could easily have a lifespan of 18 years or more, and as long as he is well kept. The point is, you want to enjoy living with him for that long, because that's a long time if you're being subjected to torture by your dog. That just should never happen. I see it though. So, with Stud, yes, I know, you are just loving this dog. Yes, you are. We're going to have to bid you goodbye for this show. I hope you'll join us again. We really enjoy having you.